Yeah, we just turned the footy over with some terrible foot skills, and we had some terrible clangers, and there's also a lot of occasions where we'd squeeze up the ground and the ball was in our forward half, and we'd really put in pressure on the Adelaide defence and stoppage inside 50. And probably 3 or 4 occasions they just took the ball full length of the ground. Just some of our defensive efforts were quite poor. We allowed them out the back far too easily, and that's usually a pretty bad recipe for disaster when that happens to you. And they got some easy goals, and then in the third quarter we were still challenged. We were still right in the game, but I think we hit the post 3 or 4 times in the third quarter. That happens in footy, but you have a couple of lucky things go your way, and maybe the result can go a different way. But Adelaide ran hard, and when we had opportunities, we just couldn't punish them. We had to work a lot harder for our goals, and we ended up having the same amount of scoring shots, but they kicked 16-9 and we kicked 12-13, and therein lies the result of the game, really.
Did you stop that running in that overlap game, or did they stop you doing it in the second half?
No, I think it was a pretty even contest right throughout, whether it was stoppages, control of the ball. They were able to maintain momentum in their spirit, because we'd have control of the ball and just a terrible kick. Cam Bruce kicks the ball into the man on the mark, turns the footy over. The bloke that he's playing on in Knights kicks a goal. Renouf takes the mark, handballs it. Marek intercepts it, goal to the opposition. And in addition to that, sort of three or four balls get out the back far too easily. And when Adelaide are running into open goals, they're real spirit lifters, particularly if you play at Amy Stadium and it's their home ground. They get enormous lift from that. And they have the reverse effect for us. When you're allowing opposition easy goals like that, it can affect the spirit of our group. They were able to take advantage of that, and so they get the scoreboard advantage at the end of the game.
What happened to Burgoyne at the end? Were you using him less in the second half?
Oh, just fatigued. One of the challenging things that we're all finding, one of the challenging things for us was trying to work out how we were going to use our sub. We had him available to us, and at what stage do you use him? And we had, and it'll be common. Adelaide will have some sore and tired boys as well. You go from playing pre-season games, and then first game of the year is always much greater lift and intensity, and usually even the length of the game is longer than what you're used to in NAB Cup. So. We found it difficult to make the sub tonight, because we had 3 or 4 players that were all just a little bit tired and fatigued by 3/4 time. But Sean was certainly one of those. He was pretty good early, but just fell out of the game as the game progressed.
You didn't have the cans on tonight. You're sort of sitting up the back. What was the theory behind that?
Oh, that's quite common. That will do that, especially if it's in the coach's box. There's about 3 or 4 different ways to communicate through the interchange bench and the coaches that are down there and the players. So sometimes I'll have them on, sometimes I won't. But not a big thing.
Coach played PSL coach.
Yeah.
Have you got any feedback from that?
I just know that they won by a couple of goals, the Box Hill side, and most of our guys got through and haven't had any injuries, and Hodgie was able to get through the game okay. So he'll certainly come into calculation. It would have been handy to have his steal tonight, but we need to make sure you pick fit players, particularly when you've got this sub rule. You just got to make sure you guys are well conditioned, and from a conditioning point of view, our 22 boys will benefit enormously from tonight's game. That doesn't help us too much, though. We didn't get the points, but we'll be a lot better for the run tonight with our game against Melbourne next week.